She was walking home on Ball Dirt Road, and she got to a place where there was dogs, and the dogs had attacked her, and now she's fighting for her life in the hospital. They had to take both of her arms off. She was about dead when they found her. She done bled out. She died 3 times so far, and they finna take her leg off. They took her colon out.
Okay, so they amputated both of her arms. They are about to amputate one of her legs, and they've already removed her colon.
But she's still undergoing surgery right now. But she's still fighting for her life. I mean, it's unreal that you can't even walk down the road anymore.
Said it's unreal that you can't even walk down the road anymore because of dogs.
Because of dogs.
Okay, what does that sound like? Domestic terrorism. Dogs terrorize us. We need to treat dogs like terrorists. And this is the fact. You can't just walk down the road. You can't just walk home from the library or wherever. You have to always be armed and on the lookout for dogs. They're the only creatures that will attack you. Literally no other animal in society will attack you just walking home. And that is why people praise dogs more than they praise any other animal. It is because no other animal is as aggressive towards humans as dogs.
And come to find out, they only took 2 of the dogs, not all 3. That was on my sister.
And you said that these dogs have been probably in the past?
Yeah, they jumped on another person. They attacked him, and the police said that it was okay as long as they had to beware of dog signs.
So the dogs have already attacked somebody else before they attacked her.
Mm-hmm.
What is your family going through right now?
It's devastating. My mama, my sister's got...
Look at this mutt. Again, this thing is in a fit of rage. It is making threats. No other animal does that. And it's doing that just because it sees a human in the distance. No other animal displays this. It's not even close. These things are light years more aggressive towards humans than any other animal on this planet. And they are man's worst enemy. And we need to treat them as such.
3 kids. That she's got a child that's 21, her boy, one that's 17 and one that's 18, 2 girls. But right now it's killing us. She didn't deserve it. She was a good person. She helped everybody.
Look at mutant barking just at the sight of a human being. And y'all want to put these things on every other commercial. Everywhere I look, you're trying to shove dogs in my face when this is the true nature of these things. We're making a huge mistake deifying these mutants the way that we are. And this is short-lived. This dog nutter culture, this will be short-lived. There is no way a bizarre, backwards, suicidal, dangerous, insane culture like this can stand the test of time. These things deserve to be exterminated for being the most aggressive towards humans, even though humans treat dogs better than they treat any other living creature on this planet by far. For that, they deserve to be driven into extinction. There's nothing really extreme about this. Look, all living creatures have driven other creatures into extinction. Dogs have driven dozens a species into extinction. So have cats, so have humans. This is a part of nature. Driving creatures into extinction is a part of nature. And we need to enforce it on these worthless, good-for-nothing mutants, even if it is just to save one person from going through what this woman went through. They need to be exterminated. There is no amount of dogs. I don't care if it's 1,000,000 dogs. Those 1,000,000 dog lives are not as important as even one human life. Not even one. Now, I don't care what this woman's personal beliefs are. I've seen her Facebook. I've seen her Instagram. I'm pointing out the impact that dogs have on society. They function like domestic terrorists, and really like domestic terrorists that commit war crimes because they launch attacks against kids and babies. There is no way we should tolerate this. This really lets you know how out of touch the average citizen is with their own laws, with their own constitution. Unbelievable.
She helped everybody.
So, does anybody know what actually happened?
They just said that the dogs was on my sister. The man, his last name Presley. I don't know who he is really, but he heard her screaming for help, and he went up there and he seen the dogs on her, and he went to the neighbors and got a gun.
He had to go get a gun. What did I just say? You have to be armed yourself at all times so that you won't have to see somebody getting mutilated and say, hold up, I got to go get a gun. She should have had a gun and unloaded on those mutants when they started to attack. We got to create a population of people that stays ready to put down a worthless mutt.
He fired the gun in the air, and the dogs got off my sister. But about that time, my sister was already lifeless. They didn't even know who she was. They put her down as trauma Connecticut in the hospital because they didn't know nothing about her. But she was just walking home by herself.
How did you guys find out about this?
I found out from a friend. A friend had told me what happened to asked what happened to my sister on text message. Listen.
I understand everybody who don't feel comfortable with a gun. I mean, I don't understand it, but I'm not here to criticize that. I just want you to be prepared, well equipped, properly equipped. I don't want you to pull out some inferior weaponry that's not effective at neutralizing a dog. Okay? Now, this is crazy. This just surfaced, I think, yesterday or today, this story. And wow, they had to remove her colon. Her colon? They were just eating her alive. This is their GoFundMe. This is the article that I read first. Mauled by 3 bully breeds. 3 bully breeds. Very crazy story. So I went to her Facebook and looked around. I didn't see her with any dogs. But again, it doesn't matter whether or not these people are dog lovers. I always have to point out the violence, how aggressive and violent dogs are. This is mutant aggression that needs to be gotten rid of. And to bring these things inside of homes, especially where there are kids and babies, that should be a crime. That should be a crime. this country and the laws have a long way to go to be evolved, to be even somewhat developed. We are not even close. You know, we may have a better economy than some other countries, but those countries that don't pamper dogs the way that we do, they have a superior culture in that regard. Every country, and they're all over the world, where they refuse to treat dogs the way that we treat them. But it's getting worse and worse. More and more countries are becoming nutter countries. So we have to jump on top of this right now. Right now. So I'm going to keep an eye on this story. I pretty much know everything I need to know. That these mutants attacked this woman for absolutely no reason, which is what they do. And everybody accepts it as a part of nature. That's probably the biggest problem right now with these mutants and the attacks that they wage. People look at it as something that's supposed to happen. Well, there's nothing you can do to stop it, as if it's some type of weather phenomenon. No, this is something we're bringing onto ourselves. We don't pull tornado clouds over our homes. We don't create the conditions for people to get struck by lightning. This ain't no weather phenomenon. This is coming from a population of idiots, suicidal idiots, who don't value their life or the life of their families. So they're willing to gamble with everybody's life for a cheap thrill, likes on social media. I cannot wait until this corny, weird, sick, satanic, backwards culture is eradicated from this earth. So I look forward to spending some time with you all on the next live stream. I'm going to dedicate it to Bayou Raptor, longtime subscriber who has been asking me repeatedly to talk about barking. And let me tell you, a worthless mutt was not far from where I live barking. This mutt barked for over an hour, well over an hour. And it would only take like 5 seconds to rest in between barks. I'm going to equip myself with some anti-barking devices. No, this is a war. And these inconsiderate people, we're going to have to force these people to stop functioning like subhumans. That's what it boils down to. These people live in the lifestyle of a wild animal, living like wild animals and just nasty, crazy, and plumb zoinked out of their minds. So I hope you're all able to join me as we continue with this crusade.